look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody won't be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get it, boy, lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
I have the ability to help people escape reality, at least for the next week or so.
But the Rex get to it, ain't taking no slack, get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Dispute it, I can prove it. Whoa, we can do it. Nigga, ain't nothing to it. Ain't no cowards, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it. Hey. I don't care what they talking. All I want is my Porsche. I'ma ride up clean. Look at me. I'm a false. Kill them off like a boss. Nigga, you better stop it. I'm all about my profit. I'm shooting off like a rocket. Who got to blow these niggas out the water? He go harder, go harder. Steph Curry, fourth quarter. All I got is my niggas. All I fear is my father. All I bring is that slaughter. Bomb on the Pearl Harbor. He ain't real, he alive. If he real, who am I? Now his ass in the fire. Duplicate till I die. Please don't cross the line. Try to stop trying. Boom, sharp as my wire. I'm on the grind. Let's get to it. Double time and believe. You ain't harming me, nigga. I brought a whole army of niggas. So I ain't move with precision. Follow every order given. Let's get to it. Make it on the race, get to it. Ain't taking no shit, get to it. You take a loss, try to bounce back, but you blew it. Let me show you how to do it. Undisputed, I can prove it. One, we can do it. Nigga, ain't nothing to it. Ain't no cows, ain't no excuses. Let's get to it. You hear the truth that I'm speaking? Lot of hate for no reason. Probably don't understand. That's why I got the master plan. And all the power in my hand. Sling the shit on demand. You better watch where you stand. You get flamed up and ain't changing up for nobody. They're warfare, what you know about it. This ain't a rap, this a message. Ain't it real, be respected. Fake niggas like a virus. Lot of niggas infected. I came to correct it. Bought a whole bunch of soldiers. They move at my discretion. When the rebels hit the entry, all them niggas hit the exit. Them niggas get the sprinting. I demand your attention. Solid nigga, I ain't folding. Plus you know a nigga hold it. Nigga, look how I'm rolling. Shorty check my demeanor. He's smooth, but I'm cleaner. Flow like Aquafina. Hit him, run the Seraphina. Hold up. Yeah. I gotta deliver. I'm about to have a baby, but I still want a baby. Let's get to it. Nothing comes to a dream. I'm strictly getting. I'm all about the business. Rock solid and relentless. You came to make friends. I came to make a killing. That's why I don't kill it. Leave these niggas hurting. That's why I'm fishing, nigga. Do you need a healing? I know you can hear me. I'ma bet you a rookie. And Kanye, you a Donald Trump loving pussy. I'm a kid, you a cookie. Ain't nothing you can tell me. I'm too ready. Let's get to it, nigga. All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell her run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. Ain't a fit, it's about to be a KO. Gotta build this nation, gotta stack a couple pesos. I'm about to paint a picture, gotta lay on. Already turned up, took a shot at Cordeleo. Shorty say I'm the realest that she saw. I'm just trying to run it like I'm running from the law. Cause you know I gotta get it for my children. UPK, bitch, we in the field. niggas time to level up. Them niggas ain't special, bro. Them niggas just regular. Me, I'm a heavyweight, trying to run in every state. Lot of soldiers, whole lot of rank. Watch me regulate. You know we taking route, plus we ain't playing route. If the nigga ain't got the heart, tell him stand down. And put your hands down. Please, somebody call the police. It's a man that all I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell them run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell them run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100.
All I ever did was run it. This one West, all of these ignorant fools are dummies. Get the fuck with all of that fake shit in that front. Got a heater like it's 100 bullets bouncing off of the drum like a punch. Pump my gas, smashing this rubber. Gun sound like a stutter. You knew that the bitch a hoe and you still had to go cover. Sellouts and undercovers. Don't fuck with you fag fuckers. Got shooters flanked by the double. Look up, splash brother, swoosh. Now she knowing my name while I'm stacking my change. Never package that cocaine cause I don't touch it. Swoop. Most my people gone insane, but I'm focused on making change. You a brother, so nigga, I won't fuck her. Better choose wiser. This shit look like MacGyver made these new visors. True scholars with this knowledge, yeah, my crew lava. You stuck on popping collars with your new dollars. I'm just trying to separate like I got two islands.
Run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell them run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it. All I wanna do is run it. Get the money, tell them run it. Ain't no problem if you want it. All my niggas 100. All I wanna do is run it.
Perfect. I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Links to the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me.
No affiliation, why they faking? This ain't for debating. We the real, they really imitation. I be contemplating why this ain't on like heavy rotation on radio stations. I just pray the Lord give me patience, cause I'm running through these rappers like my name Walter Payton. Shitting on these rappers, 9 to 5 is my occupation. Raw, you come in with your best troops, you best bring more. Already told you I got the juice like Orenthal. Already know what I'm about to do, bet your men fall. Everyone know that we got the truth, all your men falls. So boss, overtaking our enemies. Moves calculated and orchestrated like symphonies. Smooth operated when bringing haters to misery. Top 5 list ain't shit unless you mention me. Yeah. That's why we don't associate. Fuck niggas make them more fuck niggas. Why they procreate? Why they overhate? Cause they time is short and a moment late. Let it culminate to they heart erase and it palpitate. Cowards perpetrate like their little group is respectable. Talking intellectual. All of you homosexuals. Faggots.
There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
I don't want to congregate. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want the fellowship. I ain't trying to build with you. Ain't the UPK? Ain't the truth. Keep it real with you. Defenders of the faith. I got no problem bumping heads with you. All that bullshit, you could take it over there with you. Rather be a houseboy. Rather run with them field niggas. Show them to put in work. Move mountain, crush hills, nigga. Take a dead soul, breathe life and make it live, nigga. No affiliation, so it's no one to compare with us. Took the Lord's laws and just added it with fear, nigga. Ain't for the body, cause you know that killer head quicker. With these bars, I'm on my grizzly, so bear witness. You spit cold, I spit flu. Don't compare sickness. You floss diamond, I floss fringes. Don't compare dentists. You PK, we men the war shit. We ain't Christian. Harm one of us, get pistol whipped like the gun got a belt with it. I'm bred different. The competition just a mill. I'm fed different. I stood front line on them fields. I bled different. I'd rather be a corpse than a coward. I'm led different. Shit, I'm led different. Come through like a juggernaut, so don't get in the way. And we take everything serious. We don't play. I wonder now what they gon' say. Shit, we make profits out of shooters like the NBA. You get slayed for switching sides, nigga. We ain't on the same page. Immaculate conception. Wow. These niggas bitch made. I'm sticking with the foundation where my bricks laid. You switch sides, I'd rather switch cage. You was never with us, nigga. Just know we on mission, nigga. Right hand hold the scriptures, nigga. Left hip hold the pistol, nigga. How you want it? You can get it spiritual or physics, nigga. Wrong ones to come against, so bring an army with you. No affiliation. When you see us, make the difference with us. No affiliation. When you see us, know we different, nigga. No affiliation. So no, you can't kick it with us. The wrong ones to come against, bring an army with you.
Perfect, 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 perfect.
If Rome ain't on it, what is it?
Purchase your tracks today.
Know the people been waiting for a minute for something authentic. Came in the truth and bossed in it. Made niggas regroup. Had to shed light on the false image. UPK whole court. Now who the fuck won scrimmage? 2 words for soft niggas. What is good riddance? Don't affiliate with feminine symptoms. I know you feel me, nigga. This a death threat to hip-hop. You don't stop that weak shit, I'ma mix your lean with some grimlock. When the last time you heard it this raw? What I wish for is when the earth inherited by the piss poor. We been to war, them the ones I'm taking risks for. Ain't got no picks or no cards to hold. Holy angels watch my steps, them Glock guard my soul. Can't let them leave my body cold. I know you feel me, nigga. Let the wicked weep and the meek prevail. God never been 50-50. I shall now awake and sleep a cell. Let the righteous cry, silence the pretender. A rebel without a cause, as long as I remember. Not taking the kingdom, the only thing on my agenda. Can't avoid me, nigga. Middle finger to the ones that try to destroy me. Revenge of beauty, I'm a beast. I told the bitch she can't eat, let she join me for dinner. My God ain't got no regard for a sinner. One call fall on him like I know you feel me, nigga. In the eyes of terror, I stand still. Go to work for the colony, bring it back to the anthill. Plus everything I drop heavy as an anvil. Show you how to stand like a man in this damn field. I know you feel me, nigga. Fucking quality, it gotta be one man win and the rest lose. Wave devastator, I'm calculating my next move. UPK with real niggas seek refuge. Body shots for pause, that'll get you bruised. My niggas whole ranker, check your little attitude. I came to fuck up your move on your little holiday like I'm Mr. Scrooge. Resurrected from the grave, walking from the fall. Visions in my eyes, gripping the mic, screaming God bless the underdog. Down by the letter, and live by that protocol. Walk by faith, not by sight. Ain't no hope for getting struggles. Life like some war resist or get pulled into a world that never left you. I will endure. Election will be sure. Correction will be swift. No Will Smith, but I am legend. What else would you call the killer of deception? A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. On gold like a German shepherd. Young and a restless. Wear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
If Rome ain't on it, what is it?
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot, they like to claim leadership, they like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority, they don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that let bygone be. Boy, ass need to stop and ask you to drop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent. I got it. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no losses. Ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace. Just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell them we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, on high. Your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets. That baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch. I can afford it. I prepare slaughter. You bring me my water. Push your leaders weak. Let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
What did you see?
It's big. Hey, man.
All my niggas ride for me. I got niggas that'll die for me.
You niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you won't bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that, cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. You niggas ain't built like that. You was never on the block, you ain't never dodge a knock. You ain't never fought another crew holding down the park. You ain't swam with the sharks, you ain't wrestled with the gators. You was never fucking popping, you ain't got no fucking haters. Bitch, niggas like you make me watch out for the traitors. When you round some real niggas, mind your behavior. I will beat a nigga ass, then I'm laughing like I'm Jada. Get your fucking mind blown like a cartridge on a Sega. You niggas want attention, they don't want the war though. Talking all that shit, but you got a glass jaw. Ho, they never deliver. They got that DiGiorno. This that Walking Dead flow. I eat a rapper torso. You ain't the same man once you off the microphone. You ain't never broke a bone. You ain't never had a scar. You a certified pussy, so don't make me pull your car. I'm a certified prophet, respected like the word of God. Cause you ain't got the heart, nigga, you ain't got the heart. You ain't about to finish any beef that you start. You ain't never been a soldier, little nigga, play your part. Claiming that you'll spark when you ain't got the heart. Cause you niggas ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilt like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that. When you ain't built like that. Run around talking like a thug when you gon' bust a slug, man. Niggas get killed like that. Acting like you bang for the set when you ain't blood or cuz, man. Blood'll get spilled like that. Niggas saying really they the plug, but they talking to the judge, man. Get your cap peeled like that. Cause niggas get killed like that.
All my niggas ride for me. All my niggas ride with me. I got niggas that'll die for me. All my niggas ride with me. You niggas ain't.
One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nah, but he a domino. So what you sucker trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I'm bombing you. Bring apocalypse to them pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like I'm Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit has gotten retarded since all the dominance of one west rising to prominent. Cause I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group 5 for Uber. Rhymes hard like they been viewed by Medusa. 9 milli Luger, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Impalas, let the semi holler. The showstopper been this proper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm throwing them off Patron, premium of vodka. I put extensions on the Glock, modified the chopper. The swore heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. No marijuana, say I got the loudest silence on it. When I'm up on it, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they eat song, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas feel like a tire, down the deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. Fuel igniter, I'm winning coming through with the title because UP. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the death till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Good, Captain. Y'all was talking about I'm down with you. Hey, man, you know, I've been bumping that motherfucker one way for they buried me, man. I just want to let you know. Listen to these other niggas, man. These niggas ain't fucking with you, bro.
Give me Exodus 4:22. And how in the hell did you try to take this Bible and use it for everybody? You stupid as hell. You dumb as hell. This Bible is what's going to condemn you. Because this is the book of the Israelite. You should have destroyed this book, you dumb so-called white people. Instead of going around and trying to use the Bible is the book that's going to destroy your world.
Excuse me, everyone, I have a brief announcement to make. Jesus was black, Ronald Reagan was the devil, and the government is lying about 9/11. Thank you for your time and good night.
Shalom, Ak. Shalom, Ak. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathah.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathum.
No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they folk, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that troll, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow.
Hey, who shall be smalls? If we don't get them, they gon' get us all. And I'll be damned if I just sit back while my people fall. There is no contestant when we all in this together, so let's come together now so we can end this shit forever. I don't wanna go to school, I'd rather read up on my enemies and study all the methods used to kill my people mentally. Sex, money, and drugs is destroying our identity, and this ain't nothing new. This shit been going on for centuries. Instead of fighting for rights, you should have been fighting for our land. Now we fighting for the man. They'll go right into their plan. And I'm sick of this. It's ridiculous how the government is such hypocrites. They make the laws, then break the laws. How serious should I take the laws? My blood, homie, I take the laws. This family first, worst come to worst, and I die for mine. Me and my niggas, we charged up like alkaline. We strapped up like Caliban. When it's wartime, I'm on the front line. Facts life, I'm acting like I was born again. It's the afterlife.
No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they folk, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that troll, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Check it, get your life right, cause this the last call. Christ coming back and he's gonna judge us all. It can happen while you shopping, walking around the mall. Where you from, where you at, Babylon will fall. Lose your head by the sword or obey his laws. You hear them drum beats? We in the midst of war, but it's a holy one. I speak the holy tongue. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathum. I got the most high power, I ain't need a gun. I'll be out here repping till his kingdom come. His bread's for the children, you can't get a crumb. Yeah, they hear me, they ain't feeling where I'm coming from. But la-di-da-di, fuck everybody from the Catholic Church to Illuminati. Christ coming back, not an Anunnaki, trying to warn the people, but they tried to knock me. What you thought that I wasn't gonna throw my voice in? Fuck all of y'all, white Jesus poison. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they folk, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that troll, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. No one knows because they tried to keep it on the low from all my folks because they folk, so I'ma kill them with the flow. Blinded by the dough, we can't see clearly through the smoke. They'd rather see us on that troll, locked up, they're buried in a hole. Ain't wanna see us grow because they can't go toe to toe, but I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow. Try to stop our glow, but they cannot achieve their goal, so I can feel it in my soul. They gon' be reaping what they sow.
Yo, Robert. Loa. So,
Yeah. So young. Voila. So look up if I play this into the mic. There you go. Yes, sir. Testing. It's on, because this one's on. They're all marked together. All right, that's right. Should be. Yeshabia. Should be a tha or ah. Right. It would be ha'im. I believe it's how you pronounce that. Yep. Ha'im. Should be mataza. Matarazayim. Lama taza. Lamatazana. Habarawa. Should be so. That'd be sa wa sa. So what's I don't know how you pronounce that. No, the character is just a little word. Move on. This would be with Yahweh. This should be nope. I'm a raw. I'm a raw. Look. Should be look. For the most, that would be what's some more? Macum. Ra'ah. The it should be the nope. That's That's a Pawanya. Right. That's one. What? Let's show one knob. No, but the Raka. Hazaha. I would duh. Verse 7. Verse 17. Wala'a. Yarabaha. That'd be Lawa. So it'd be separate, I guess. And then this would be Neshayum. Wala'a. Yesawara. Yesawara. La ba ba wa. Laba labawa. So trying to think about how to pronounce this. Would there be la ba ba wa? Where you go? I'm at 17. I'm at the second line, going down. The third word. I got you. So it's the fourth. No, I was gonna say so it's the fourth one going into the track. It starts with a la, and then the two characters after that is ba, and then it's wa, I believe. So I don't know if that's la ba ba wa or just la ba or la ba rather. That's what I was saying. That's what. This one, la ba. It should be wa. What this character is? Okay, it's a cut. That's why. Which I was looking at the character. It was bothering me. I'm like, how do I never know what this is? I know what a lot of them are, but this one I just cannot never figure out. This cut right here because it looks like a C backwards in the English. So that's why I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't know why I can never get that by itself. Every other one I can at least somewhat recognize and know where exactly to go to. So this would be waka ma. I believe this would be. This should be what? Actually, let's do this. So wakasa wa. What was up? What was swap? How you pronounce it? Sheesh. Wakasa kwa. Wakasakwa. That's just how you pronounce it. This would be was 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 a hub. La'a. Yabaraha. Lawa. Marada. That's 7 verses.
Let's go ahead and get it in English.
I'm going to be reading from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 10. And thou shalt do accordingly to the sentence which they of that place, which the Lord shall choose, shall shew thee, and thou shalt observe to do according to all that they inform thee. Verse 11. According to the sentence of the law, which they shall teach thee, and according to the judgment which they shall tell thee, thou shalt do, thou shalt not decline from the sentence which they shall shew thee, to the right hand, nor to the left. Verse 12. And the man will do presumptuously, and the man will do presumptuously, and will not hearken unto the priest that standeth to minister there before the Lord thy God, or unto the judge, even that man shall die, and thou shalt put away the evil from Israel. Verse 13. And all the people shall hear and fear and do more presumptuously, shall do no more presumptuously. Verse 14. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. Verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Read 15 again.
Come on. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee.
Right there. Go back up to 14.
Verse 14. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me.
So this is the spirit that we have to understand. Like, this is a tricky spirit right here, because we looking at the other nations like
we're going to mimic what they do. And let me tell you something. The way the other nations govern themselves, who did they learn how to govern themselves after? They learned how to govern themselves by watching the Lord's chosen. Right. Their whole government system is our government system. So now we got, so-called leaders. This is Christianity. We're going to govern ourselves like how the oppressor does. That's what Christianity teaches. But this is the spirit that we have to be in when we do this. Like number one, quit trying to pattern yourself after the oppressor. Don't worry about what the hell he's doing. I almost dropped that part because that's how serious it is. Damn what he's doing. Do what the Lord told us to do. And we do it the way that the Lord told us to do. We won't have any issues. We're on 16. You want me to read it? Yeah, go ahead. Come. Verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose, one from among thy brethren. Read that again. One from among thy brethren. Read that again. One from among thy brethren. Shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. Mayest not do what? Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. Barack Obama. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. George Clinton. Bill Clinton. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. George Bush. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. George Bush Jr. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. Hey, listen, I hear what you're reading, but Biden said if you don't vote for him, we're not black. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. What about my black card? Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. Cut and goddamn dry, man. It's that simple. Thou shalt not in any wise set a stranger over thee that is not from you, like a stranger over you. It has to be a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. And by that the Lord has chosen, right? And by that clear definition, you know that Commander Junior Highness can win the league. Right. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. By that definition right there, it has to be Commander Junior Highness. He's our brother, and he is the one that the Lord has chosen. You get it when the oppressor tells you, but you don't get it when other blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians tell you. Listen, I know all you brothers in the world, you know what I'm saying, y'all smoke weed and y'all watch movies, and yeah, there's a movie called How High, right? This is like one of them famous hood movies like Friday, all the Friday series. There's a scene in there where Mike Epps was talking to the dude about being a pimp, right? And he was like, yeah, I come from a long line of pimps. I've been pimping since been pimping, right? And then his partner says, I knew you was the one the Lord has chosen. His partner says, I knew you was the one the Lord chose. And we laughed at it because it was funny. But the reason he said that is because Mike Epps was pimping. He was doing the work. So he's like, listen, I ain't never seen nobody pimp like you. So you had to be the one that the Lord has chosen to be a pimp, right? Like, it's funny because, it's a movie. But my thing is this. The reason he said that is because the work that he was putting in, the way he was living, the things he was doing. He was like, you got to be the one that was chosen. Well, let me tell you something. Take that same dynamic and apply it to your Christian pastors. Does it work? Not at all. It don't even matter what Christian pastor you choose. It could be a Christian pastor at some hole-in-the-wall church that nobody's ever heard of, that you're just now coming across this video and you're going, no, my pastor ain't never did X, Y, Z, blase, scoop. You're right. Your pastor ain't never allowed homosexuals in your church. You're right. Your pastor ain't never done that. Your pastor ain't never stole the church collection money and not spent it all up on a new suit and a new car and a new mansion for his kids. You're right. He ain't never done that. Your pastor has never molested kids. You're right. Your pastor has never done that. But you know what else your pastor has never done? He has never spoke up against it. He has never condemned the wickedness being done by other Christians. And guess what that makes your pastor? Guilty by association. If you're not against it, and you're not speaking up against it, if you're not speaking up against it, brother, I said if you're not against it. If you're not speaking up against it, then what makes you different? How do we show that you're different? The only person who's ever spoke up against the wickedness of anything in the face of this planet, from where I'm standing, from where I'm at, is Commander Johanna.
Right.
Listen, your Christian pastors talk about what's not right in secret. That's what he does. He talks about it in secret. He talks about it with his congregation that nobody else gonna go say nothing. But when he has a platform to stand in front of millions of people, when he has a platform to stand in front of the white man and say what is truly right, he doesn't do it. Your pastor is a goddamn coward. And by him not saying nothing, even if he's not with it, by him not saying nothing, he's guilty by association. He's complicit. He gets hit with the RICO. You understand? Listen, I can be along before the murder, and I didn't kill nobody. I didn't kill nobody. I didn't even do the driving. I was just there. Did you have an opportunity to get away? Yeah. Well, why didn't you say nothing after they killed everybody? Why didn't you step forward and say nothing, knowing that you witnessed this? Well, it didn't affect me and my family. Guess what's gonna happen to me? I'm guilty by association. Now I get to go to prison with the rest of you. And that's the same with your Christian pastor. He gets to be condemned with the rest of you because he didn't speak up against it. He didn't fight against it. He was complicit. He allowed it to happen on his watch. I don't have to be a raper if I sit there and watch somebody rape somebody in my house. Yeah, they raped her in my house, but I didn't rape her too. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, does it? I didn't do nothing but lock the doors and shut the blinds. I never once told him it was wrong. This is your Christian pastor. I had to get greedy and gruesome like that so you can freaking understand. So you don't try to weasel your way out of it. Your Christian pastor is complicit. He's allowing you to choose leaders that's not from amongst your nation. He sets up the voting booth in your church. Even though he don't believe in voting, he allows you to do it. He allows you to do it. Whatever he don't believe in, he don't stop you from doing it. He tells you God loves you anyway, which is a goddamn lie.
Right.
He's enabling you to be a sinner. That's what your Christian pastor is doing, man. You get what I'm saying? He's just as guilty, man. And then once more, he's allowing you to vote for somebody that's not from amongst you.
Right.
Not from amongst us. Like I said, this is how you know that the Lord has chosen Commander Johanna. I didn't mean to be the dead horse. Let's get some more.
Come on.
Which is not thy brother. Verse 16. But he shall not multiply horses to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as the Lord hath said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. Now, what is this saying?
It's like I actually just want to ask you.
Huh?
I actually just want to ask you.
All right, no sweat. So read that again. Verse 16. But he shall not multiply horses for him to himself, nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses. For as much as the Lord hath said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way. Now, read that part where it said about Egypt. He should not multiply horses, or to the point where? Nor cause the people to return to Egypt. What is Egypt? Slavery. Bondage. What is it? So if he's multiplying horses and he's causing people to return to Egypt, what is he doing? Think about it in modern terms. What is instead of horses, because horses was a thing of great wealth back then, right? You had horses, you had wealth. Right. Okay? So think about it in modern terms. The horses will be what nowadays? Millionaires will be billionaires. The horses is the money, right? Establishing money. Now instead of horses, he got horsepower. Now he got Bentleys and Benzes and Maybachs and jets with thousands of horsepower private jets. Instead of horses, he's multiplying horsepower, and he's causing the people to go back to Egypt. You get what I'm saying? By being a sinful beast by not helping blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, by wanting them to go back into slavery so he can continue to collect funds, collect your money, destroy our people. That's what the Christian pastor is best at, destroying blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like he's like the Zohan. He takes pride in that. He's the best. He makes it silky smooth. You understand? Your goddamn Christian pastor is a traitor, and he does not love black people, man. He does not love black people. He is against blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Just know that about your Christian pastor. I know you like to think of him like a good guy, and you know, Pastor such and such, so and so on 76 Zion Road, and blah 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 blah. He's never did this or never did that. You got them right. He ain't never did a damn thing for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He's always been a selfish bastard who only cared about self. How does he benefit from it? How does he eat off of it? Right. That's all he cares about. Let's get some more.
But he shall not multiply. Jimmy, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Pick up where you was.
To the end that he should multiply horses, for as much as the Lord hath said unto you, ye shall henceforth return no more that way.
The Lord said we ain't supposed to be in goddamn captivity.
Right.
You understand? We ain't supposed to return that way. We ain't supposed to be a bunch of backbiting slaves looking to try to get over on one another, looking to try to only worry about self. We're supposed to be a strong and powerful nation. Right. But instead, we a bunch of cowards trying to figure out how to get over on one another. Let's get some more.
Come on. Verse 18. Verse 17. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he.
Now that's easy to break down right there. Go ahead.
Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold.
There it is. More wealth.
So I was actually going to ask that.
Go ahead.
So the wives one, I don't really.
The wives is this.
Is that the whores?
Yeah, basically. Like, why are you multiplying a whole bunch? Like, every woman come in here, you want to holler at. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to be Samson.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to marry the heathen woman. You just want. Like, you ever meet a brother that just swept down every woman on the face of the planet wants him?
Right.
That's the spirit right there. Look how she looking at me, dog. She want me. All the women want me.
Right. Just that ego.
Right. You get what I'm saying? And that's, you more worried about the women than you are the work of the Lord.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, anything that's beneficial, you want to keep to yourself, and you're neglecting the people. The same people that you're supposed to be looking over. The same people that you're charged with protecting. You're not a man of the Lord, you're a goddamn coward. You know what I'm saying? A selfish piece of filth that only cares about yourself. And this is most Christian pastors. There might be one or two that may slip through the gap, and once more, if they're not fighting against it, that's what they are. They're complicit. They ain't got nothing to say about it. Hey, guess what? You're complicit in it. You get charged with the RICO as well. That's how it goes. Let's get some more.
I have another quick question real quick.
Go ahead.
So as far as the silver and gold, is that
That's
so ye shall neither shall he greatly multiply himself silver and gold. Or is that him stealing from the nation, or is that just him being greedy?
That's him being greedy. That's him doing both, being greedy and stealing from the nation. He's multiplying onto himself. So let me ask you something. What job do we do together and you don't get paid?
I was getting paid.
Damn right. And let me ask you something. When I do a job with you and I bring you in as an equal, do I not pay you equally?
No, you do.
Well, I'll be like, nah, I'll rule over you, so I get more.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you're a grown man. You can do whatever that, do whatever you need to do. You make your own money, but do I be in your pockets like, you got to pay this bill, you got to do this, you got to do that?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's the spirit that you got to have. I'm allowing you to stack your bread and become mighty and strong. And then listen, when I don't have it, then you can step up.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to be. But let me tell you something, that Christian pastor always has it, because he's always stealing from the goddamn nation. He's multiplying silver and gold. That's what that scripture's talking about. Them just worried about him goddamn self. He's greatly multiplying silver and gold, not giving a damn about the other people. Let's get some more.
Verse 18. And it shall be when he sit upon the throne of his kingdom that he shall write him a copy of this law in a book out of that which is before the priest of Levites.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19.
Levites, priesthood right there.
Verse 19. And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of this law and these statutes, and to do them. Verse 20. That his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, and that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel.
We did it again.
Verse 20. That his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, that he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in the kingdom, he and his children in the midst of Israel.
Break that down.
Go ahead. That his heart be not lifted up above his brethren, that you don't be selfish against your brother. Right? You love and respect that brother the same way that you would yourself.
Right there. If you read verse 19, it'll help you break it down.
Verse 19, and he shall be with him, and it shall be with him, that he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God, to keep all the words of all this law and all the statutes and all these statutes, to do them.
All right. So what is fear of the Lord?
Follow his laws and his commandments.
All right. Keep going.
Verse 20. That his heart be not lifted up above his brother.
Break that down. Combine it with 19.
That his heart be not lifted up above his brother.
What does that mean? What kind of nigga is that? I got you. That's your Christian pastor. Your Christian pastor is better than everybody. And like that's in his mind, he's better. He doesn't have the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. Your Christian pastor is so above you that when he travels, he can't fly amongst the people. He can't fly in a regular airplane. He's better than you. He needs his own private jet, and you're going to pay for it. You get what I'm saying? He's not amongst the people. He's not with y'all. When's the last time you seen a Christian pastor in one of your goddamn protests and marching? The we shall overcome. Like, he's not doing none of that. In fact, whenever you see any of these so-called high so-called religious figures, you never see them without bodyguards. But my thing is this: why do they need bodyguards? Why do they need bodyguards? These are not radicals. Your Christian pastor is not a radical teacher. He preaches that God loves everybody and salvation is for everybody. He preaches forgiveness of the white man for every crime he's ever committed. Thus, all he preaches is love and forgiveness, and he's on everybody's team. Right. He's on everybody's team. It don't matter who you are or what you do. You can be a pedophile, he's on your team. You can be a homosexual, he's on your team. A lesbian, he's on your team. It doesn't. You could be a mass murderer, he's on your team. You could be white, black, Chinese, Japanese, African. You could be purple, red, green, yellow. It doesn't matter. He's on your team. He loves you all the same. All of you are his children. All of us can get into heaven together and hold hands and be one happy family. Why does he need bodyguards? Right. I can tell you why Commander Junior Hunter needs bodyguards. I can tell you why damn near every priest or prophet in ISUPK needs bodyguards. Because the world hates us. Right. The world is our enemy. Every goddamn Christian church, every Christian pastor, every white supremacist groups, all of them hate us. All of them hate us. You see them on Facebook making threats to us all the time, talking about what they're going to do to us. Right. I remember when I first came into the truth, boy, you know how many times I got threatened? I used to be so excited about that because I wanted a reason to bust somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a reason to bust your melon. I'm not saying I'm condoning violence. I'm just simply saying we are not Christians and we're going to defend ourselves. And I'm going to split you in two. Pause. You get what I'm saying? And I'm going to listen. Just try it. That's all I do. I pray you understand. Just try it and you're going to find out real quick. We ain't them purple cats. We ain't them purple cats. Ain't no old lady taking me to the ground. Ain't no old pastor just going up the blicky on me. Up the blicky he did. All in his face it was. You understand? Like, ain't no old Yoda Christian pastor older than Yoda go up the blicky on me. Right. You know, may the force be with him. You get what I'm saying? This dude older than Yoda. Up the blicky, I don't want to do that. Ain't happening. People are going to get hurt. Right. And it ain't us. Trust me when I tell you that. Believe me when I tell you that. I'm a priest of the Lord. I wouldn't lie to you. Somebody's going to get hurt and it ain't us. You understand? But we are the ones with real enemies. Your Christian pastor doesn't have any enemies, but yet still he separates himself from you. And even with all the enemies that Commander Junior Hunter has, guess where he's at? He's amongst the people. He is right there in the people's face. He's at every goddamn big event that we have. All the barbecues, he's there. He's in the streets teaching still to this day. At school, teaching still to this day. And our schools are public. They open to every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, woman, and child. Right. You must have the blood of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians on your father's side in order to be accepted to these doors. But if you have that blood, you can be accepted to these doors, even if you was once one of our enemies. And here's the sad part, the sad but true part. You're not even our enemies. You don't even hate us. You're God's enemies and you hate God. That's what you don't get. If you're against us, you're against the Lord. It's that simple. Because we do the work of the Lord. It's that simple. But your Christian pastor, he doesn't even want to be with you. Read verse 20 again.
Verse 20, that his heart be not lifted up above his brethren.
He's too good to meet you. You give all your goddamn tithes and donations to the Christian church, and he's still better than you. Don't touch his Armani suit. I remember when I was a trooper in this school, I met Commander Junior Hunter. Shook my hand, talked to me. I was able to rub shoulders with giants. You understand? As a young man in this troop, I'm still a young man in this troop. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a student. I'm going to be a student the rest of my life as well as a teacher. But I remember when I was a young man, a young soldier in this troop, I was able to rub shoulders with giants. They didn't treat me no kind of way. They didn't act like they was better than me. They nurtured me and wanted me to grow and be successful in this thing. Your Christian pastor cannot say that. Your Christian pastor looks at you as a threat, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. That's why his sole purpose is to feminize everything that comes through them doors. is to take the power away from you and give it to your woman. So in her eyes, he's the only masculine figure there. That's why he's sleeping with your wife. Let's get some more.
That his heart be not lifted up. That his heart be not lifted up above his brethren. That he turn not aside from the commandment to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom.
That's what you want. You want to do the right thing. Following these laws, statutes, and commandments means life. It does. It means life. It means prolonging your days. I'll make it simple for you. One of the things we're not supposed to do is trust our enemies or make covenants with our enemies. Right. When you do that, you die. Dylan Storm was able to go into that church and shoot it up because they trusted him. Right. They didn't look at him as a threat. They said, "Oh, look at this nice white boy with this weird haircut and these swastikas all over him. Right. He's got to be one of us. The Lord definitely is with him. He looks like white Jesus. He has to be of them." Right. You know what I'm saying? And then he went in there and murdered everybody. You at the grocery store shopping, not perceiving these devils as threats. Every time we go in Walmart, man, it looks like we about to shoot the place up. You get what I'm saying? Because we in that thing armed to the teeth to go grocery shopping. Just to go get some goddamn bread and milk. We in that thing armed. Everybody has a gun, even a baby. No, I'm just kidding on that, but you get the point. The point is never trust your goddamn enemies. The second that you feel comfortable around your enemy is the second you die. There's no way that you would be in a river that is full of crocodiles and just backstroke through that thing. Like if you're in that river, you have to cross through that river, you're going to be on high alert. You're going to be looking and making sure that nothing attacks you. Well, that's the way you need to be around these other nations, these heathen nations. You need to be the same way. So all these heathen nations are beating us up and killing us. It don't matter what nation they're from. They all do it. And we all at they boot here. They all got their foot on their necks. And we accept it. Let's get some more. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, Salaki, if I could, I just wanted to add on to what you were saying, which, like, what you was bringing up was such a heavy point, like how we never look at the oppressor as, you know, the wicked beast that he is, the animal that he is. You know, even though he's out here killing us and just murdering us at these high rates, no one ever, you know, takes the time to think about it. Like, is he really racist, or is it just these specific cops that are just being, you know, a-holes? Right. But then, like here you are, these oppressors out here, like you said, they out here, you know, hunting these animals, not batting an eye. They like that's all they do. They do that type of stuff for trophy hunting. They do that stuff for game. It's fun to them. But when it comes to us, they don't have a look of mercy. They don't look at us like a human being. They look at us like an animal. They look at us like it's target practice. And they don't, and you know, the Christian community, I say the Christian community, you know who I'm targeting when I say that. Mainly a Christian pastor, because he's the person who's supposed to be leading y'all, but he's teaching y'all all the wrong things. Right. You know, the Christian pastor out here, he don't, you know, perceive the oppressor as a threat like how he should. Like he doesn't see the attack on us as racism. He sees it, like I said, he's targeting these specific cops and saying that it's just the police department that's bad. It's just these specific bad cops or these corrupt cops. But at the end of the day, we all know how the oppressor really thinks about us. We all know how he really feels about us. And that's one thing that you Christian pastors really do need to get through your head, man. Y'all need to really start teaching the black community that with the type of power that y'all have, y'all could really be making, you know, great things happen. But instead, y'all got to be such wicked and corrupt people. That's all I can say. It's a lot.
Such weak leaders.
Right.
Exactly what they're weak leaders.
Let me get back to it. Yeah, come. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 1. The priest of the Levites, the Levites, and all the tribes of Levi shall have no part nor inheritance with Israel. They shall eat the offering of the Lord made by fire and his inheritance. Verse 2. Therefore shall they have no inheritance among their brethren. The Lord is their inheritance, as he hath said unto them. Verse 3. And this shall be the priest due from the people, from them that offer a sacrifice, whether it be ox or sheep, and they shall give unto the priest the shoulder and the 2 cheeks and the mule. Verse 4. The first fruit also of thy corn and of thy wine and of thine oil, and the first of the fleece of thy sheep shalt thou give him. Verse 5. For the Lord thy God hath chosen. For the Lord thy God hath chosen him out of all thy tribes to stand to minister in the name of the Lord, him and his sons forever. Verse 6. And if a Levite come from any of thy gates out of all Israel, where he sojourned, and come with all the desire of his mind unto the place which the Lord shall choose. Verse 7. Then he shall minister in the name of the Lord his God, as all his brethren, the Levites, do, which stand there above before the Lord. Verse 8. They shall have like portions to eat, beside that which cometh of the sale of his patrimony, of his sale of the cometh of the sale of his patrimony. Verse 9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God hath given thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. Verse 8. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination. I guess that's how you pronounce that. Or an observer of time, or an enchanter, or a witch.
Right.
Verse.
If you would, take that from the top.
Come on.
Actually, take it from verse 9, if you would.
Come
I thought I was in the middle of the text. I jumped out.
Verse 9. When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee, thou shalt not learn to do after the abomination of those nations. Verse 10. There shall not be found among you any one that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of time, or an enchanter, or a witch. Verse 11.
No, it said you ain't supposed to make your son and daughter pass through the fire. Just listen, how many times have we talked to somebody in the world and they say, well, I know Christmas is wrong. I know celebrating birthdays is wrong. But that's how you know when they don't give a damn, because they hit you with the but. And then what do they say after that?
It's for the kids.
I do it for the children.
Right.
I do it for the children. What that part again about the kids?
For all us, what?
Just take that from the top.
Okay, before I went down a few scriptures. Verse 10, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of time, or an enchanter, or a witch.
Supposed to make your sons and daughters to learn that. This scripture right here would have saved me a whole lot of heartache and heartbreak in the world. Because this is exactly what I used to do to my kids. I used to make my kids be an enchanter and witches and all of that. I made them pass through the fire of wickedness. I tried to raise them to be just as wicked as I was. Hence the word I tried. But the Lord had different plans. The Lord wanted to spare me and my family. And I thank the Most High every day for his mercy, man. Because he has truly had mercy on me and my brothers and sisters, man. You know what I'm saying? That's in his truth. My family, that's in his truth. He had mercy on us. Because I could be out here, man, I could be out here doing the most wicked things on the face of this planet. Yeah, go ahead, my fault in the middle of texting me. You understand? Like, we supposed to teach our kids something more, but yet still, in order to justify our wickedness, we say we do it for the kids. What you're doing is you're teaching your kids to hate the Lord. Right. You're teaching your kids to sin against the Most High. Right. You tell your kids, hey, it's your birthday week, it's your birthday month, it's Christmas, it's this, it's that. And then what do you think your kids going to do? They're going to learn that behavior, and that's going to be their justification. Right. You can't be weak up under your goddamn kids. You can't be weak up under a woman. You understand? Like, you can't be, let me rephrase that. Let me put it this way. You can't be weak up underneath anybody who is sinning against the Lord. Right. If you're a woman and your man wants to celebrate his birthday, listen, sis, I know that's your husband, but your husband cannot force you to sin against the Lord. Right. No one can force you to sin against the Lord. It's all in these scriptures. How they tried to get people to sin against the Lord and they chose otherwise. Right. I need you to do this. Nah, I don't think I will. I'm going to kill you. Well, you're going to have to do what you have to do. Right? I choose death than to sin against the Lord. It's that simple. And let me tell you something. When you sin against the Lord, you choose death. Right. That's simple. Let's get some more.
Verse 11, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits.
Charmer nowadays would be a whore. So like, yeah. Now, so these are some so-called psychics. Yeah, the psychics, the Ask Miss Cleo and all that crap. Come on, man. And can you believe we used to really be big on that as a nation? We used to really be big on that kind of stuff. Let's get some more.
Or a consultant with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. Verse 12, for all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord, and because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doeth drive them out from before thee. Verse 13, thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God.
Thou shalt do what?
Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God.
Nobody is perfect, right? That's what that scripture said.
Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God.
Read verse 12 again, and then read 13.
Verse 12, for all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord.
For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. You are hate unto the Lord. The Lord hates that, he hates you. But if you do these things, you're an abomination unto the Lord. Keep going.
For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God doeth drive them out from before thee. Verse 13, thou shalt be perfect with the Lord thy God.
You will be perfect with the Lord. Right. You're gonna follow these goddamn law, statutes, commandments, whether you want to or not. One way or another is, bro, we got to get this right. You ever see that episode of the Boondocks? The episode is called The Booty War, right? Where he was about to do Prince Hanson in, and he told Prince Hanson in, he said, we can do this the easy way or the hard way. The choice is yours. And he's like, I don't think we're going to do it. I see you choosing the hard way. Let me tell you something. That's us. We love to choose the hard way. You get what I'm saying? The Lord is like, listen, you can do this the easy way or the hard way. And us as a nation, we're like, listen, I don't think we're going to be doing anything any kind of way. And the Lord send them evils and curses upon us. He's like, I see you choosing the hard way. Right. I mean, listen, I don't want to go, I don't want to pick the hard way. I want to do it the easy way. What's the easy way? Following the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. Get out of your own selfish spirit and do what has to be done for the preservation of this nation. Nobody wants to, listen, I don't give a damn who you are. You have to be a wicked son of something else. You know the word I wanted to use. You have to be a wicked son of a dog to not give a damn about your family. Right. Let me tell you something. Not following these laws, statutes, and commandments, you're killing your family. You're destroying your nation. How selfish that you have to be to only worry about you. We see it all the time. When you see gay pride parades and you see all them black people out there, that is a nation full of selfish people that know better and just don't give a damn. How do I know they know better? Because there was a little, what's that shit that they call that when they be on Facebook and everybody does it on TikTok or whatever? Yeah, okay, that's it. There was a trend that was going around, right? Where it was lesbian sisters doing it, right? So they'd be dressed up like a stud, and then they hear the it's a lot. Lesbian sisters? Yeah, black women. Oh, then not that you mean like biological. So I'm like, huh? Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I meant like. No, I get you like black. Yeah. I was confused for a second, right? Nah, I meant like black women. So let me rephrase that. It was a trend with a bunch of lesbian black women, right? They would be, in there chilling, dressed like man, do-rags on after doing all this Birdman stuff, like looking as manly as possible. And then they hear the horns, like the trumpets, right? And they're signifying that it's time for people to start dying. And the first thing they did was ran in the house and put on a dress and came back out looking like a woman. And then the skit said, I'm not dying for this gay stuff. Right? You get what I'm saying? So here's the almost cussed again. Here's the messed up part. So you know it's wrong because you believe in the Lord. So it's going to take for the Lord to come back in order for you to serve the Lord. Right? By then it's going to be too late. You're going to get your goddamn head chopped off. I'm sorry to tell you. And the sad part is this, man. I can't even say this is the sad part. This is crazy. Like, this is what I've witnessed about this, man. Like, when these sisters that's dressed like men actually decide to dress like women, they are some pretty sisters. They are really beautiful sisters. You get what I'm saying? Right. Like, these sisters are really, truly gorgeous. Straight up. I seen one that did it. She lost a bet, right? She lost a bet with a little girly girlfriend, right? Because in a relationship, the lesbian relationship, one has to be the man and the other has to be the woman. It's not too often that you see two girly girls together or two manly men together. Right. I don't know the dynamics of it, but I never see that. I never see one that's like a man and the other that's like a man and ain't like a relationship. And they mind that's gay. or one that's super girly and another that's super girly. Like in their mind that's gay, even though they are gay, right? You know, but this is the logic behind this. So anyway, I forget the point I was making. What was that? You was saying something about a bet or something like that. Oh, okay. So the stud lost a bet with the girly one, right? So she had to dress girly. Right. And the sister got the complete makeover, got her hair done and all of that. And remind you, she's with a girly, like super, I broke it down like one of them type of lesbian sisters, right? Like, and the sister is gorgeous. You get what I'm saying? But when the stud got dressed up like a girl, she looked better than the other one. It was crazy. She looked better than the one that's supposed to be the female out the relationship. She looked way better. And the other one was gorgeous as hell. And she looked better. That should tell you something, man. And they know this ain't right, man. You get what I'm saying? Right. They know this ain't right, man. And let me tell you something. You got to be perfect unto the Lord. That's what the scripture said. You have to be perfect. Thou shalt be perfect with the Lord. When you serve the Most High, you got to be perfect. You have to be. There is no room for flaws. We've been flawed since we became a nation. We've been messing up since we became a nation. When are we gonna stop messing up? When are we gonna stop? It was a point in time when you was a little kid when you used to color outside the lines. Remember that? And then you got to the point where you just got it right, and you was like, man, now when you color, it be perfect. You stay in the lines. All your color, the light, the darks is perfect. Like, that's perfect. You doing all these little Twitter dances, and you got the coordination for that down perfect. Right. Some of you niggas are so wicked out here, you brag about how perfect you roll a blunt. Man, look how I rolled this blunt. That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect, huh? You want to do everything else perfect but serve the Lord. Right. You can be perfect in everything else, but you can't serve the Lord perfect. Right. I don't get it. You can't serve the Lord perfect. It's simple. Follow these goddamn laws, statutes, and commandments. Let's get some more.
Verse 14. For these nations, which thou shalt possess, hearken unto observers, for times, and unto diviners. But as for thee, the Lord thy God hath not suffered thee so to do. Verse 15. The Lord thy God will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me. Unto him ye shall hearken.
That's why we follow commanded during the night, because the Lord rose up a prophet from us, from amongst us, to hearken unto him, man. And let me tell you something. Even in the world, I've seen the wickedness, man, that I was so wired that even though I seen the wickedness and I knew it wasn't right, and I wanted to do something about it, I was too weak to do something about it. I was just a part of the solution. I would always talk about it, just like a good Christian. I would talk about, we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to come together as black people. Black power. Right. And then be ready to bust a nigga in the head the second later. Right. Just like an oppressor. I was doing exactly what that oppressor does. I love black people. We should all come together with black people. And the second a black person offends them, what the oppressor do? Nigger, he busts his head. Right. Every time, gun him down, pull out guns on us, all of that. That's our spirit as a Christian. When we Christians, if we talk about black love and black unity, we don't get the concept of separating. We don't get the concept of brotherhood. We don't get the concept of self-preservation. Right. We take self-preservation and we look at self-preservation as just like an individual. Right. When self-preservation is really a nation. To raise up your bloodline, to raise up your brothers and sisters, that is truly self-preservation. Right. The nation is self-preservation. We have to understand this, man. Let's get some more.
Verse 16. According to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God, be horror. Verse 17. And the Lord, verse 16, according to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy God in Horeb, in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Lord thy God, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. Verse 17. And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken, that which they have spoken. Verse 18. I will raise them up a prophet from among thy brethren unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them with all that I shall command him. Verse 19. Verse 19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he speaks in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in his name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophets shall die. Verse 21. And if thou say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? Verse 22. Verse 22. When a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that it is the thing which the Lord hath not spoken, but the prophet hath spoken it. But the prophet hath spoken it presumptuously, thou shalt not be afraid of him. Verse 19. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19, verse 1. When the Lord thy God hath cut off the nation, when the Lord thy God hath cut off the nations, whose land the Lord thy God giveth thee, and thou shalt succeedest them, and dwellest in their cities and in their houses.
Take that from the top.
Come on. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19, verse 1. God giveth thee, and thou shalt succeedest them, and dwell in their cities and in their houses. Verse 2. Thou shalt separate 3 cities for 3 in the midst of thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess it. Verse 3. Thou shalt prepare thee a way to divide the coast of thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee to inherit unto 3 parts forever, that every slayer may flee thither. Verse 4. Verse 4. That this is the case of the slayer which shall flee thither, that he may live, whosoever killeth his neighbor ignorantly, whom he hated not in the time past. Verse 5. As when a man goeth into the wood with his neighbor to who wood, and his hand fetcheth a stroke with the axe to cut down the tree, and the head splitteth from the heave, and the lighten and lighteth upon his neighbor, that he die, he shall flee unto one of those cities, and live. Verse 6.
Let's get it. Verse 6.
Verse 6. Lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer while his heart is hot and overtake him, because the way is long, and slay him, whereas he was not worthy of death.
Read that again.
Verse 6. Lest the avenger of the blood pursue the slayer while his heart is hot and overtake him, because the way is long, and slay him, whereas he is not worthy of death, inasmuch as he hated him not in time past. Verse 7. Wherefore I command thee, saying, thou shalt separate 3 cities for 3. Verse 8. And if the Lord thy God enlarge thy coast, as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, and give thee all the land which he promised to give unto thy fathers. Verse 9. If thou shalt keep all the commandments to do them, which I command thee this day, to love the Lord thy God, and walk in every and to walk every in his way, and to walk ever in his ways, then shalt thou add 3 cities more for thee besides these 3. Verse 10. Verse 10. The innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee.
That being said, imagine just a man behind the pulpit.
Oh.
Laya Shalom, which means to Israel.
Margin, which means to rise. We're putting it up down, which means to turn and face to east.
We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kudash, Hayah, Shimka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Zaba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lenawa, Lekam, Kol, Yawam, Wasalakanawa, Kabawatanawa, Kasalakanawa, Kwabawatanawa, Lawa'ah, Taba'ayanawa, Panasai 1, a ball, Habashayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalaku, Walaala, Watapar, Wa'alanyam, Amman.
The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our
Father,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. The hakat, or the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, Baba Kashah, Nathanahu, Hakah, La Pa'ah, Kamakala, Wakal Marawa, Hakah, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakah, La Hakim, Hamaki, Hakah, All Rakawat, Tama'ala, Lagarshan, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, Tuwaraman.
The Hakah, or the power that they use.
Yahweh,
In the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahweh Shah,
Please give us
please give us the
the power.
power,
The power to heal.
the power to heal
All manner of sickness.
all manner of sickness,
And all manner of
in
disease.
all manner of disease,
The power to cleanse the
the
lepers.
power to cleanse the lepers,
The power to raise the dead.
the power to raise the dead,
The power against unclean
the
spirits.
power against unclean spirits,
To cast them out.
to cast them out,
In
in
the
the
name
name
of
of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it. The blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wam Yaka'ala. Wa Allah Hayam. Matazab Ya'ah. Allah Wap Yahana. Ha Allah Wapi. Ha Zaranyu. Ha Quadazayanya. Ha Kayayanya. Wa Lakwati. Yahweh. By Hashem Yahweh Shah. To Waraman.
The blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh. In Yahweh Shah. And Michael. In the angels. Commanding General Yohana. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Hahari. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Isaiah. Ma'ayin. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayom. Wa Rakazah. All Yathan. Lamawat. Wagog. All Yanawam. Shemark. Hana. La'ah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yeshan. Shamar. Yashala. Yahweh. Shamar. Yahweh. Tazol. Al. Gad. Yamika. Yeramam. Hashemah. La'ah. Yakakah. Wayarak. Baya'ala. Yahweh. Yashamar. Makol. Ra. Yashamar. Atnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaatka. Wabaatka. Maita. Wine. Amalam.
Psalm 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes to the hills.
I will lift up mine eyes to the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence comes my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer the foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel.
he that keepeth
shall
Israel
neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh
Yahweh
is thy keeper.
is thy keeper.
Yahweh
Yahweh
is shade upon the right
is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh
Yahweh
shall preserve thee.
Hallelujah.
Shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. All Hayam, all Damayah, Lakah, all Takaras, all Tashakwah, all Kaya, Hana, Awiyabika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Alimaka, Yarayamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Yaitazawah, all Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakowa, Wanaki Dum, Magolia, Loa, Yazakar, Sham, Yasharala, Iwata, Kaya, Naraitazawah, Labak, Kayadi, Oh Yaka, Yakarafa, Baria, Yakarafa, Aholia, Adawam, Wishama, Wishamar, Are you a woman?
Are you woman?
Moaba. Wargarden. Gabal. Vaimawan. Waimalak. Halashah. An. Yashabia. Tazawar. Gam. Ashawar. Nalawa. Amam. Hayat. Hayawa. Zerawa. Labanya. Lawat. Sila. Asha. Aham. Kamadi. Kasiyasara. Kayabi. Banakao. Kayabi. Banakao. Taashwan. Neshamarwa. Bain Darwa. Hayawa. Daman. Ladama. Sharadamwa. Nara. Yaba Marwa. Kaira. Wakazaba. Wakazaba. Wakazazol. Manai. Call. Nesar Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. Nerasha. Lanawa. Napashta. Oswak. Nerlawa. Alayam. Alaya. Sharadamwa. Kago Gullah. Kaguk. Kagwash. Lapanya. Labaka. Ka'ash. Shabaira. Yaira. Wakalaba. Wakazabak. Wakazazol. Talaha. Hariyam. Khan. Daradadma. Wazairaka. Wabasa. Wapatha. Dabalam. Malaha. Panyaham. Kwalawan. Wabakashwa. Shimka. Yahawah. Yabashwa. We're Idea. We're Kaparwa. We're Abadi. We're Daiwa. Kaya. Ata. Shimka. Yahawah. Labaka. All the one. Al. Call. Hall Rakazal.
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not that silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not that silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
O Yahweh. O Yahweh.
For lo.
Thine enemies make it to moat.
And
they that hate thee have lifted up the heads. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come and let us cut them off from being a nation. At the name of Israel, maybe no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Eden.
And the
Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Still also join with them. They have hope in the children of Allah. Say Allah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as the Sarah, as the Jabin, as the book of Son, which perished in the north. They became as dung for the earth. Make the nobles like a red, like Zeb. Yea, all their princes, as Zeba and as Zamuna, who said, Let us say to ourselves, the house of Yahweh possession. Oh my power, make them like a wheel. As a stone before the wind, as a fire burnt the wood, as a flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy temper, and make them afraid with thy storm. Build their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble, forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, punishment and destruction to the heathens that speak against us.
thy prophets,
the teachers,
the princes, the priests,
the
the Israelite brothers, and the school.
And he was
And he was encouraged, punishment of destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose the treasure,
shake loose the treasure
the rich of Israel,
of the rich of Israel.
They refused to get to the school.
They refused to give to the school,
Force the rich,
force the riches,
enter into the sanctuary.
to enter through that sanctuary.
And he was encouraged,
And he was encouraged,
punishment of destruction,
punishment of
to
destruction
the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the nation,
and the nation,
and the drug
and the
dealers,
drug dealers, court system, prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned
all
Parenthood,
the governments around,
all the governments around us,
MLS synagogues and armies,
all Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christian,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan
Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pasakomatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft. That's the space program. Army,
Navy,
Air Force, Marine,
Wall Street. Open up the internet.
and
the airway.
Cable access channel,
Radio channel.
convict the spirits of any of that people
that seek to stop
that
us.
seek to stop us.
Bring swift
Bring
destruction
swift destruction
to all the heathen.
to all the heathens
Stand in the way.
that stand in the way,
Try to stop
who
us
try to stop us
from broadcasting your
from
word
broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues.
loose all the plagues,
Cause them to go
cause them to go
to and fro
to and fro
through the earth
through the earth
and consume them.
and consume them
Let the plagues
like the plagues.
shake the house of the thief
Shake the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine.
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucer.
come down with the flying saucer
to punish all the
and punish all the heathens
that come up against us.
that come up against us
As we speak that word.
as we speak that word.
Cause it be known
Cause it be known
by all.
by all
It's the angels
that it's the angels that have done it.
Cause it be spread through the media.
Cause it be spread to the media
Through the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at that kind.
Cause the shake it that coming.
The name of Yahweh
In
shine.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar, which means to turn. Courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Mother Shabbat, Mother, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.
Azmatai. Courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Mother Shabbat, Mother, Barak,
Yahweh Shema done by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Azmatai. Seventh service dismissed. That's great. Let me know when you're